We're now going to move on to the DM question of the week, which is relevant for this episode. It is how to make dragons awesome.
Yes.
Like, actually awesome.
Yeah, actually, really, really good in the world. How you can use them in different ways. So the first thing is most people will use dragons as like the end boss. You know, you want to go to that red dragon's lair who's been fighting you all these years, and then you'll finally take him down. But if you want to make dragons more relevant in the world, one thing is just have them in the wildscapes. So like everyone knows dragons in the world. And just have everything about them be like rumors or like just like
really build them into the world.
Yeah, evidence of a dragon. You might see them in the distance as you're climbing a mountain. You might see like a I don't know, like a gold dragon like fly by. Yeah. It's like scanning or something like that. And have them very enveloped in their territory. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of DMs kind of miss is that dragons have a territory. They have 60 miles around their lair. So, have him flying around. Blue dragons will be soaring the desert looking for caravans. A green or a black, which is pretty cool. They might use like a river because they can swim. So they might be like using a river system to diverse their area. So you might have the players like drinking on a river and all of a sudden, boom, a green dragon ambushes them. So put dragons as encounters, or maybe even as random encounters, put evidence of dragons. So maybe you see like a caravan just all burnt, and you see like a giant claw print, like a footprint of a dragon. You need to put evidence that dragons exist, which is very cool.
Before you encounter one.
How about you? Yeah.
Okay, so first of all dragons of all types and ages should be awesome. So even if you encounter a little baby dragon, you should really describe it as kind of this majestic, awe-inspiring creature, even though when it's little, it's like, oh my god, is that a dragon? Is that a baby dragon? Like, it should be like, whoa, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Even if it's not going to, like, kill you. And if it is big, you got to go over the top, whether it be a brass dragon and be kind of silly, or a white dragon and, like, not too big.
Kind of like the sad brass dragon in the party. You just see one sad brass dragon. He still looks sweet, but, like, he's sad. Make some awesome encounters, guys.
Yeah.
That was a great Instagram post that we made with the brass dragon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the people abandoned him at the party, and just, like, the one goblin's like, I'll give you revenge.
Yeah, the story of...
Yeah, that was good.
I forget the name of it. But, yeah.
That was good.
Okay, so one that you want to do is you always want to make the dragon more complicated than what your players expect. So... to do this, you're really talking about, like, what are their goals or, like, what is their society like. So that's kind of what watching us, the Owlbear Bros, can help you with, right, is kind of expanding them. I think a lot of players will expect them to be, and I mean dragons, to be these powerful creatures that they fight. But you can make them more complex than that.
Yeah, they're basically NPCs. You can literally make them NPCs. You can have, like,
very
full
powerful NPCs. But they're doing stuff, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you go in... and instead of you encountering just a dragon, you're encountering a dragon who's got, like, an army of people. And it's, like, telling them what they're going to do. And then you walk in and, like, the door goes... and then they all look.
Yeah, well no, actually one of the cool thing of the prompts is, like, have, like, a king and a rebellion happen. But the leaders of both are actually just dragons just messing around.
Yeah, but...
do stuff like that just so, like, dragons, they can polymorph. They can hide amongst people. Just have them being in the world and your party might not even know, but, like, dragons are among us. So, like, you can do all sorts of crazy things with dragons. And, yes, basically, like, they should not be a random, mindless encounter that you just fight. They are more than NPCs. They got goals. They got personalities. Each dragon is very different. You can have a gold, which is evil. And he could be your main villain.
And things should connect to the dragon. So if you have plot points, like, things might become... like, you might not have known the dragon was connected. And then you're like, oh, this was connected? Like, that giant dragon was actually the mastermind of this whole thing? Oh, that's interesting. And to add on to that, dragons are ancient. They're very knowledgeable. So they should know pretty much everything a player could possibly think to know. So, like, if let's say you are having a conversation with a dragon, you as the DM can just, like, talk about the world as if it's your lore, right? Like, as if you're talking to the mirror. So, like, if they're like... yeah, we're doing it for the king or whatever, and then you could just be like, oh, well, the history of that kingdom, this, and this. And then it's like, oh, that fact, that's wrong. Yeah. No, actually, the king is evil and working with the Lich. Did you not know that? Like, how do you not know that? And then it's like wait, he is? It's like, what? Yeah. Huh? He's been doing that for like 1,000 years. Did you not notice that he's been around forever?
That makes sense. He's Walder.
It's like, well, no.
When Walder Frey. He was a dragon in disguise the entire time.
Yeah. But the point here is that the dragon can know so much that you would probably just accidentally learn things by talking to a dragon. It's just going to nonchalantly say things.
It would kind of accidentally that normal NPC who should not know.
Right.
Kind of like, wait, there was a evil in the middle of nowhere in the ocean? It's like, yeah, it's in the store. Oh, wait. I forgot. Yeah, no, I read it in like the library in the book. All right, have a good day. All right, good to see you.
Yeah, but they should be knowledgeable, so they know all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, so.
Okay,
also, just dragons are just generally, if you do find them in their lair, maybe they're like evil or something. Like multiple occasions of dragons, the only two that will just kill are reds and blacks. Typical. Maybe whites, but like just have dragons be like curious of the players. You're like, maybe it's like, hey. You smell familiar. Wait, are you the Grand Dwarf King? Blah blah blah. Rhaegon the Ironbeard, and the dwarf is like, huh? So he must be like your great grandfather. I knew that guy. He was chill.
You've got royal blood.
Just
that's the kind of information I'm talking about.
Yeah. Just have like connections. Just like you're actually royalty.
Yeah, your players should never feel like they are leading the encounter. The dragon, without even trying, will take over the encounter. Because they'll be like, we're here on behalf of the king. And then the dragon's like, yeah, well what, you're the rightful heir. Why are you here? And then there was nothing about that.
And then the entire campaign switches where the players are
like, wait, what?
It's my throne now. I just imagine if dragons were like that in Game of Thrones and like just Jon Snow appears just like, yeah, you're actually a Targaryen.
Spoilers, but it's been out for a while.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, it's been out forever. But yeah, it's like Jon Snow. You're not a bastard. What do you mean?
What do you mean, boy?
Yeah. Anyway, man, that is a big spoiler. But Game of Thrones has been out forever, so if you have not watched it yet and you're a D&D fan, like, what the heck are you doing?
Maybe you should be putting like warnings when we edit this, just like ding 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 ding. We apologize if you haven't seen it, but it's your fault. Loser.
But we're sorry for your...
You're not a loser. Please, we gotta eat. Don't leave. No.
Anyway. Okay, continuing. So, another one. So, dragons are dragons. They are not your everyday wizard. And so, although dragons are magical, they deserve, in my opinion, their own magic. And so...
Draconic magic.
This is when you should... throw away your spell cards and don't throw them away, but don't use spell cards and homebrew magic for the dragon. So like if you're fighting a dragon, instead of them pulling out like fireball or something that all the players know, they pull out like something no one's ever heard of. Like it's just some straight up spell. It's like, wait, what spell?
Or no, like actually, sorry, in Fizzbands, again, we are talking about dragons. They like talk about draconic spells. Mm-hmm. A cool one is like Ice Rime, which if anything breathes cold, it'll freeze you. Like, it's a spell in its breath. So he kind of does a spell in his breath.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool. Freezes you.
Yeah.
Others is, like, buffing ones. It's like, you're immune to fire because you're my minion. So you kind of have those buffed up red kobolds that are immune to fire and they're jacked.
Yeah.
They also have, like, swords and stuff, so make kobolds scary. They're like...
Yeah. And that's cool because it makes... a dragon unpredictable, and like it's like you never know what you're gonna get. You're on a different level of creature. Dragons are above your level.
Yeah, no, they should all be unique. Like for example, some very cool stuff is what's the topaz dragons or gem? They're all about negativity. So they're so super fascinated in undead and decay. So you'll see just zombies walking around their lair.
And they're just like poking them. That's cool.
Well, no, literally they're poking them and players won't get attacked by them. They're in the control of the dragon. So like they'll have zombie servants kind of like in Hotel Transylvania.
Oh,
you know
right.
how they're
Yeah.
like, oh, and they give like the stuff, like very cool stuff like that you can come up with. Like other stuff, like since dragons are so powerful, have them be like mega paranoid that the world's ending, so they gotta like collect a bunch of magic items or something. So they're like the main villain, even though they're trying not to be evil. They're stealing everyone's crap. They come and they raid. They're like, the world's ending, guys. I need that gold. Give me the gold. And it's just like, what are you talking about? The world's ending? It's like, they're coming. Give me the gold. And just like cool stuff like that. Have every dragon, as I say again, unique. You can have mentally insane dragons.
And you have Fizzbands and all that. But some players, especially if they listen to Albert Bros, will know a lot. So that's why I'm really encouraging homebrew. Like make a spell that's completely your own and give it to the dragon. And say like the dragon casts ball of fire lightning or like something.
Or like a mixed magic. Yeah, like blue fire does extra fire damage.
Yeah, they casted ice flame. It's like ice flame.
Or have like a red dragon like have a matured enough to have like blue fire. Blue is hotter than normal. Yeah. Like have it where it's like a different unique red dragon manifest a different magic where he's like blue fire. That'd be sick. Black scales.
Sure.
Blue eyes.
All right, I think we're rambling a little bit. All right, so just like you can do that with homebrew magic, you can also do that with homebrew magical items, and dragons are perfectly capable of making things.
Oh, they're god tier.
Have like a dragon show up in just full armor. Like they have an AC of like 29. Magical. It's just like
sad. What's a woodman?
So you have to be like god level.
Yeah.
But it's like they could wear armor. They could have +5 claws. Like why not?
They could coat their claws in like a mantium.
Yeah, or maybe they're like poisonous. They like have a pouch. They dip their hands real quick.
Apparently, gold dragons do actually use. They're sorcerers, but like you'll see a gold dragon that goes in wizard have like a little bag of holding. It's like microscopic and kind of like uses mate. He actually uses mage hand. He like uses a little claw. He's like little hand appears.
Yeah, mage hand's a big spell for dragons because they don't have hands. But the dragon could be having a ring, and the ring is of like invisibility. But the ring is huge. Like if you kill the dragon and take the ring, it's actually like,
it's like this big.
The size of you.
Yeah, so it's like big as Captain America's shield.
Right.
Like yeah.
So yeah, just like stuff like that makes dragons like cool because it's like, oh, I have this giant magical item. I can't do anything with it. I can't even pick it up.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, people really underestimate dragons can make crap. Like people always talk about dwarves and giants, but like no one talks about dragon craftsmanship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Give them like their lairs like a building they made. Like they made their own castle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like dragon, they got thousands of years. They could definitely be like some minions. Be like
it's their hobby.
Yeah, it's their hobby. They love making castles, and they'll like abandon them, and just let people inhabit them. Those have castles.
That's funny.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see what else.
I got one thing.
Okay.
While you're looking. So, in the world aspects of dragons, you should never have a dragon just be attack or role acting. You can have them in the distance. You can have evidence, as I say again, or you can have them kind of like. If you're trying to kill one or find its lair, you should make it really hard to beat the dragon and find its lair. So the party will have to do like a side quest of like, the missing person is gone. We gotta find the evidence of the person, or like a side quest of like what happened to the dragons. Maybe a bigger one pushed them out, and just have it where like you should get to know the routine of the certain dragon. So maybe this dragon goes through this path of the forest in this way, where he goes in the river and he drinks at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So it's not as easy as he flies to that mountain.
Yeah, it's not as easy. So make it hard. The dragon doesn't want people coming to his lair, right? So make it hard and very challenging to pin down the dragon, to take him. Yeah, they are powerful. Also have super cool encounters, like they dive bomb you from the sky, or have a white dragon just do a purple worm maneuver and burst out of the ground because they can burrow.
Right.
Have cool alligator style, cool stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So have really cool, unique counters that dragons can do. So
yeah. All right, this one I like is because they're so old and smart. Have them set things in place to make younger species, which are you, maybe not elves, but pretty much everything else, near incapable of challenging them. So like, let's say, like you fight a dragon and like start to defeat it, then it just like snaps its fingers and like some magical blood that it infused in humans like generations ago now takes effect inside your body and you like become paralyzed. It's like, yeah, I set that fail safe in your species a couple thousand years or 100 years ago.
They actually make like a plague, like a black dragon made like a disease that's like not like active until you like,
and then everyone gets
ends.
it.
Yeah.
It's like only contagious, and then he sets it off, and now everyone has it and dies. So yeah, stuff like that. So Matt, dragons can be pretty formidable if they want to be.
Pretty scary.
Do you have any more? I got one more.
I'm done.
All right, my last one is have dragons just straight up ignore the humanoids. So like you could have like a blue dragon hunting a brass dragon, like as wood, and like they like tumble onto the ground in front of the players. And your player's like, and then like the blue dragon just like kills the brass, which is sad. Or this is an example, but then the blue dragon just like does not even pay them mind. Like they mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like they may even if they're like, hey you, don't do that. Like it doesn't even.
You're an ant.
It doesn't even say that. Like it's like you just tell your players like, yeah, this dragon is not acknowledging your existence whatsoever. Do you do something? It's like I shoot an arrow at it. Like, yeah, that didn't do anything. Got anything better?
Or like a gold is just reading a book on like a mountaintop, and the players come. It's like, hi, who are you? And the gold's just like reading.
Yeah, it just does not.
Ignores him. Gold dragons would do that. They're super powerful, but they're buttholes sometimes.
And you can just have and you can also they may be like, what do you want? And then they say like blah 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 blah, and it's like, oh, you have a small mind. Sorry. Like they're just thinking on a different like level. It's like, oh, that's a stupid thing to tell me. You just wasted my time. All right, never mind. What do you mean your race is gonna die out? Who the heck cares? Like you're a tiny.
Just like emotional damage.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I got for how to make dragons awesome.
I think we're done.
All right. Hopefully that helped.